You didn't stay neutral. You made a choice. You chose silence. You chose comfort. You chose yourself over everything else. And then you gave that choice a respectable name: neutrality. As if not choosing is somehow different from choosing wrong. It isn't. And today we're going to talk about what your silence actually is. Not what you tell yourself it is. Not what feels safe to believe. What it actually is. You are not neutral. You are not peaceful. You are a coward who found a philosophy to hide behind. Every generation has had its moment. A point where silence was no longer neutral, where staying quiet was itself a decision, where comfort became complicity. And every generation has had the same people who said, "I don't get involved in politics. I don't pick sides. I just focus on myself." And history, without exception, has judged them the same way. Not as peaceful, not as wise, not as balanced, as absent. Elie Wiesel, a man who survived the Holocaust, said this: neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence is not empty. Silence has weight, and that weight always falls on whoever is already down. Marcus Aurelius didn't govern Rome from comfortable detachment. He engaged, he decided, he acted, even when it was costly, even when it was unpopular, even when it was dangerous. Stoicism was never about emotional withdrawal. It was about clear-eyed engagement with reality, without letting fear make your decisions for you. You have confused Stoicism with cowardice. They are not the same thing. Silence is not peace. Silence is a transaction. You stay quiet, and in return, you get to keep your comfort, your relationships undisturbed, your image intact, your life unaffected. That is not neutrality. That is a trade. You traded your voice for your convenience. And the people on the receiving end, they paid the cost of your transaction, with their safety, with their dignity, with their lives in some cases. Here is what real cowardice looks like in 2025. You see something wrong. You feel it. You know it. And then your brain starts working. It's complicated. There are two sides. I don't know enough. It's not my place. I might lose followers. My family will argue with me. Every single one of those thoughts is fear wearing an intellectual disguise. You are not being careful. You are not being wise. You are protecting yourself at someone else's expense. Epictetus said, "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life." Tranquility was never supposed to mean indifference. It meant doing what is right without needing the reward of being right. You have used Stoic language to justify inaction. That is not Stoicism. That is theft. Here's the brutal truth about why you stay silent. It is not because you don't know. It is not because it's complicated. It is because speaking costs something. And you have built a life, carefully, deliberately, where you pay as little as possible. Comfortable home, curated feed, a version of yourself online that offends nobody and stands for nothing. Because here's what happens to a person who never takes a position on anything real. They become hollow. Slowly, over months and years, the part of them that was supposed to develop through friction, through conviction, through standing for something, that part atrophies, just like a muscle with no resistance. You scroll past injustice and feel a flicker, and then scroll on. You notice the wrong, and calculate the cost of speaking, and decide it's too high. Every single time you do that, you shrink. Not metaphorically, psychologically. Your capacity for moral courage, literally decreases every time you choose comfort over conviction. And one day you wake up and you have opinions about nothing. You stand for nothing. You are disturbed by nothing. And you call that peace. It isn't peace. It's erosion. Let's talk about what this silence is really protecting. Not truth, not balance, not wisdom. You. Your reputation, your follower count, your family dinners, your carefully constructed image as someone reasonable, moderate, above the fray. You know that your neutrality is not principled. It is profitable. It costs you nothing and protects everything that matters to you. Viktor Frankl wrote, "Each man is questioned by life, and he can only answer to life by answering for his own life." You are answering for your life with silence. Every person who has looked back at a moment of historical silence has said the same thing. I wish I had spoken. Not, I'm glad I stayed safe. Not, I'm glad I protected my image. I wish I had spoken. The only question is whether your comfort is worth more to you than your integrity. For most people, right now, it is. That's not neutrality. That's a choice. Own it. So what does actual stoic engagement look like? Not rage, not performance, not posting for approval. Separate fear from wisdom. Separate fear from wisdom. Ask yourself, am I silent because I genuinely don't know enough, or because I know exactly what I think and I'm afraid of the cost? Be honest. The answer is almost always the second one. Speak without needing the outcome. Marcus Aurelius acted rightly without needing Rome to applaud him. He was not performing virtue. He was practicing it. Speak because it is right, not because it will be received well, because it is the accurate response to what you are witnessing. Accept the cost. There will be a cost. Relationships may shift. Your carefully curated image may crack. That crack is not damage. That crack is character. Epictetus lost physical freedom and never lost his mind. You are risking a difficult conversation and calling that too high a price. Do it consistently, not just when it's safe. Courage is speaking when it costs something, when the room is not with you. When you are early, not when you are safe. That is the only version of this that matters. I am not telling you to be reckless. I am not telling you to perform outrage. I am not telling you that your voice will change the world. I am telling you this: your silence is not neutral. It never was. Every time you calculated the cost of speaking and decided it was too high, you made a choice. A clear, deliberate, self-interested choice. Own that. Stop calling it wisdom. Stop calling it balance. Stop calling it stoicism. Call it what it is. You were afraid. You chose yourself, and someone else paid for it. And the only thing worse than making that choice once is spending your entire life making it, and never once admitting what it actually was. You are not neutral. You never were. No sympathy. No shortcuts. Just the truth.